Roman Reigns' worst nightmare shows up. Major betrayals rumored for WWE Raw's Netflix debut. WWE releases a statement on an unfortunate incident involving Dominik Mysterio. Triple H slammed for favoritism with current champs. Chelsea Green guarantees a WrestleMania 41 win. WWE is killing Tiffany Stratton's momentum. Omos returns after a year. CM Punk shares an amazing photo with a legend on his shoulders. Let's dive right in. Major betrayals rumored for WWE Raw's Netflix debut. WWE Raw's Netflix debut show is poised to be the biggest way to kick off 2025 for the Red brand. The premiere of Monday Night Raw on the streaming giant has already sparked excitement among fans, as the lineup appears to be completely stacked. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are set to collide in a tribal combat match for the Ula Fala. Also, the long-awaited showdown between CM Punk and Seth Rollins is scheduled to take place on the debut show. However, with WWE Raw's Netflix debut shaping up to be one of the most significant nights in WWE history, some big surprises and unexpected twists are likely to unfold. We will explore 5 betrayals that could potentially happen on January 6th, 2025. Number 1. Raquel Rodriguez might finally betray Liv Morgan on the WWE Raw Netflix debut show. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley are set to clash for the Women's World Championship. However, with Raquel Rodriguez now a member of Judgment Day, there is always the possibility of her betraying Morgan to secure a title shot for herself. It's possible Raquel could seize the opportunity to attack Liv during Raw's Netflix debut show. This betrayal could occur shortly after Morgan retains her championship against Mami. Such an attack by Rodriguez could eventually set up a match between Liv Morgan and the 33-year-old star for the Women's World Championship. Number 2. Dominik Mysterio could snap and betray Finn Baylor. Tensions between Finn Baylor and the other members of Judgment Day have been escalating over the past few weeks. Numerous disagreements between Finn and Dominik Mysterio have taken place on the Red brand. This increases the likelihood of Dirty Dominic finally snapping and betraying the former Universal Champion during Raw's Netflix debut show. Baylor has been trying to assert his leadership in the faction, a move that Dominik Mysterio clearly dislikes. As a result, Dominic could seize this grand occasion to turn on Finn Baylor and potentially oust him from Judgment Day. Number 3. Paul Heyman might show his true colors to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is set to have one of the biggest nights of his career on Raw's Netflix debut as he faces Solo Sikoa for the Ula Fala and the position of the rightful tribal chief. However, the Wiseman has been keeping his secrets from the OTC since his return alongside CM Punk, as he evidently owes a favor to the best in the world. This raises the possibility that Paul Heyman could reveal his true colors on January 6th, 2025, by betraying Roman Reigns and aligning himself with CM Punk. Such a shocking turn could significantly alter the landscape of WWE and Roman's dominance as tribal chief of the bloodline. Number 4. Seth Rollins could betray Sami Zayn by siding himself with Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has attempted to recruit Seth Rollins to back him in his efforts to take down the OG bloodline. However, the Visionary declined the offer, stating that Sami Zayn and Jey Uso were his friends. With speculation growing about Rollins potentially turning heel soon in WWE, it's possible he could join forces with the Scottish Warrior during the January 6th, 2025 debut show. This alliance could lead to Rollins betraying Sami Zayn, despite his earlier declaration of friendship with the honorary use. Number 5. Jacob Fatu might stand against Solo Sikoa. Jacob Fatu has captivated the WWE universe since making his debut. The Samoan werewolf has served as Solo Sikoa's enforcer, dominating the landscape of the blue brand with his sheer presence and displays of power. Meanwhile, Fatu might turn against Solo during WWE Raw's Netflix debut show and ultimately betray him. This betrayal could unfold if Sikoa loses to Roman Reigns and no longer possesses the Ula Fala. In such a scenario, the Samoan werewolf could assert himself as the new leader, believing he is more powerful than the self-proclaimed tribal chief. WWE releases a statement on an unfortunate incident involving Dominik Mysterio. Dominik Mysterio recently became a victim of a brutal 3-on-1 attack at a WWE live event. The Raw superstar was taken out by the unexpected trio of Damian Priest, Rey Mysterio, and CM Punk during WWE's holiday tour. Dominic has emerged as one of the most despicable heels in the company today, whose antics often rile up the fans. This in turn has led to viewers deriving pleasure whenever he loses and/or gets beaten up by popular babyfaces. A recent example of this went down at WWE's ongoing holiday tour. During a recent live event in Baltimore, Dominik Mysterio was beaten up by as many as 3 babyfaces. This included his father Rey Mysterio, his former Judgment Day stablemate Damian Priest, and CM Punk. Ray first belted his son, followed by Punk hitting a GTS, and then Priest capping it off with a blistering chokeslam. WWE has now shared the clip of the incident on Instagram, and in true snarky fashion, took a dig at Dominik Mysterio's condition. "It was past Dominic's bedtime anyway, WWE Baltimore," read WWE's caption. On a recent episode of Sportskeeda's Smack Talk, Dutch Mantell, who went by the name Dirty Dutch Mantell in his heydays, spoke about WWE using the dirty prefix for Dominik Mysterio. He also joked about how the Stamford-based promotion didn't compensate him for seemingly taking his moniker. "Oh, I can't do that. I would never admit to that. And I think they watched the show and saw Dirty and said, 'Hey, Dirty D, Dirty Dominic, fits right in.' What's his last name again? Mysterio. MDDM. Dirty Dutch Mantell. See? It fits right in. And they stole it from me. Guess how much money I got for it? Nothing," said Dutch Mantell. Though Dominic may not have the best win-loss record, his character work and heel shenanigans have made him one of the brightest performers in WWE today, and the creative team led by Triple H has ensured he is quite worthy of the dirty moniker. Triple H slammed for favoritism with current champs. Wrestling veteran Conan feels WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H has a soft spot for DIY. Hunter is in charge of creative for both Raw and SmackDown. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa had everyone fooled as they pretended to have internal differences. The duo tricked the Motor City Machine Guns into putting the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line and won the titles with some underhanded tactics, becoming the top heel team on the Blue brand. On a recent episode of Keepin' It 100, Conan criticized Triple H's favoritism toward DIY. He felt Hunter thought they were easy to work with because of their time in NXT. The veteran wrestler pointed out that despite a consistent push, the duo was not over with the fans and didn't generate excitement on TV. That was good because Gargano fooled everybody, but still, that doesn't make him any more exciting. Look, obviously what I think. They were easy to work with in NXT, Hunter liked them, and they brought back Candice LeRae. They've been pushing them for like 2 or 3 years. None of them have really gotten over. I thought they beat the Motor City Machine Guns way too quick. Maybe, this will be interesting. But so far, they've been crickets and tumbleweeds. On the December 6th episode of SmackDown, Gargano and Ciampa dethroned the Motor City Machine Guns to become the new WWE Tag Team Champions. After the encounter, Triple H took to X to congratulate the new tag champions on the Blue brand. Hunter penned an emotional message for the duo, recalling that Gargano and Ciampa had won tag team gold for the first time in the same building years ago. He also mentioned it was a historic moment for the tandem. Chelsea Green guarantees a WrestleMania 41 win. Chelsea Green has guaranteed a win at WrestleMania 41 if the fans' call for a dream match materializes. Some members of the WWE Universe want to see the reigning Women's United States Champion face off against Michael Cole at next year's WrestleMania in Las Vegas. A fan sign at last Friday's episode of SmackDown went viral, suggesting a match between Green and Cole at the grandest stage of them all. The voice of WWE is no stranger to matches at WrestleMania. He is 1-0 at the event, with a win over Jerry the King Lawler at WrestleMania 27. In a post on X, Chelsea Green reposted Cole's response about a potential match against her. The SmackDown play-by-play announcer is seemingly open to it since it means a big payday. Green, on the other hand, claimed that she'll win the match if it happens. "And I'll take the victory," Green tweeted. Chelsea Green is currently 0-1 at WrestleMania, having teamed up with Sonya Deville in a fatal 4-way tag team match in 2023. They lost to Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, who also defeated 2 other teams, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and Natalya and Shotzi. At Saturday night's main event on December 14th, Chelsea Green made history after beating Michin to become the first ever Women's United States Champion. Green celebrated her title victory last Friday on SmackDown, wearing a Statue of Liberty-themed dress and headband. However, Michin interrupted the festivities to attack Piper Niven with a kendo stick. It was the equalizer she needed, pointing out that Niven assisted Green to beat her and win the Women's United States Championship. It will be interesting to see if Green will defend her Women's United States Championship against Michin. Their rivalry has been pretty even, with Michin having a win over the champ back in October in a well-received dumpster match on SmackDown. The star, formerly known as Mia Yim, has vowed to haunt Green until she gets a shot at the title. With the way things are going, Michin might need a win over Piper Niven first, before she gets her hands on the Women's United States Champion. WWE is killing Tiffany Stratton's momentum. Tiffany Stratton has revealed that she wants to be a champion in WWE. In the aftermath of the latest edition of SmackDown, she made a bold claim on social media. The 25-year-old superstar is the current holder of the Money in the Bank briefcase. Over the past few months, she has teased the possibility of cashing in her contract on Nia Jax, who is the reigning WWE Women's Champion. At the same time, she has also teased the idea of cashing in on the reigning Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan. On Instagram, Stratton shared a photo of her holding the Money in the Bank briefcase. She revealed her desire to become a champion. "I want to be champion. wrote Stratton. Jax won the title at the SummerSlam Premium Live event after Stratton distracted former champion Baylor, who was dethroned by the Irresistible Force. Stratton has helped Jax retain her title on multiple occasions, including the Bad Blood Premium Live event. Vince Russo has suggested that WWE was killing Tiffany Stratton's momentum by dragging her cash in. The 25-year-old superstar won the briefcase several months ago and has teased a potential cash-in on multiple occasions since. Speaking on the Brodown podcast, Russo criticized WWE's booking of Stratton and her cash-in. He said, "The more and more you tease this going to be when it happens because people will lose interest. It's been going on for too long." Stratton recently teased cashing in her contract on Jax on SmackDown. However, interference from Candice LeRae didn't allow her to cash in and potentially win the WWE Women's Championship. In recent months, Jax has developed an alliance with LeRae. The duo and Stratton teamed up with Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan in the Women's War Games match at the Survivor Series Premium Live event. Omos returns after a year. Omos is currently not involved in any storyline in WWE and has been absent from the company since April 5th, 2024. His last match was in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, where he suffered a loss. According to recent reports, the Nigerian Giant is still under a WWE contract, but no specific reason has been disclosed for his absence from television. With Omos still under contract, speculation is growing about his potential return to the company. One possible way Triple H could reintroduce him is by aligning him with Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown. Currently, Melo is engaged in a rivalry with Braun Strowman. Both superstars have secured a victory over each other, suggesting that their feud is far from over. During a recent episode of SmackDown, Strowman also interrupted Melo mid-match against Sami Zayn, further escalating tensions. Given Strowman's physical dominance due to his massive size, the former NXT champion might recruit Omos as an ally. This partnership could help Melo even the odds against Strowman, with Omos offering protection and support in their battles. It's worth noting that Omos and Braun Strowman share a history. At Crown Jewel 2022, Strowman defeated the Nigerian Giant in a hard-fought match. Aligning with Carmelo Hayes in a feud against Braun would also provide Omos an opportunity to seek vengeance for that previous loss. As things stand, it remains to be seen how this potential storyline will unfold in the coming months, particularly with Braun Strowman also recently involved in the Bloodline saga. Amid his absence from the Stamford-based promotion, Omos has been announced for a major match. Pro Wrestling Noah recently revealed that the Nigerian star will make an appearance at their event on January 1st, 2025. In this match, Omos will team up with Jack Morris to face Naomichi Marufuji and Takashi Sugiura. Additionally, during a Noah press conference, it was confirmed that the 30-year-old star is now officially the newest member of the Team 2000X faction. It's important to clarify that Omos competing in Noah does not mean he has left World Wrestling Entertainment. Noah and WWE maintain a strong working relationship, which has allowed the company to permit its talent to appear in the Japanese promotion. Recently, Shinsuke Nakamura was another WWE star who participated in a match for Noah. So, Omos competing for Noah after a long hiatus from WWE has no bearing on his current status with the Stamford-based promotion. CM Punk shares an amazing photo with a legend on his shoulders. WWE superstar CM Punk is working the company's holiday tour this weekend. The star is currently one of the biggest babyfaces on the roster. Punk is having a great run with WWE. He recently concluded a blockbuster feud with Drew McIntyre and won a brutal Hell in a Cell encounter at Bad Blood to cap off their trilogy at 2-1. This week, Punk shared a picture in his Instagram story with legendary masked luchador Rey Mysterio on his shoulders. The two stars were celebrating in the ring. The straight-edge superstar showed up as the mystery partner for Rey Mysterio in his tag team match against The New Day during WWE's holiday tour event in Baltimore, Maryland. Punk continued his momentum heading into the new year as he helped his team pick up the win after a vicious GTS on Kofi Kingston. He lifted Rey on his shoulders to celebrate the momentous victory. CM Punk is gearing up for a huge match against Seth Rollins on the January 6th episode of Raw. Their encounter will headline the Red Brand's premiere on streaming giant Netflix. During his recent stint with WWE, the voice of the voiceless has rekindled his friendships with several stars. However, Rollins is one such person who never accepted Punk back in the company. The two stars continued having differences throughout the year. Things got worse a couple of weeks ago when the two former world champions started throwing hands in the ring. Several WWE officials had to rush out to stop the two men from doing considerable damage to each other. It will be interesting to see what happens when these two stars step into the ring on January 6th. Roman Reigns' worst nightmare shows up. The WWE Universe has been rallying behind Roman Reigns' quest to reclaim his Ulafala. The original tribal chief has now received a message from his real-life cousin who's in possession of his red necklace. Roman Reigns is preparing to battle Solo Sikoa in a tribal combat match to determine the rightful heir to the title of tribal chief. This will be the first singles meeting between the two men. Reigns and Sikoa have been involved in several multi-man matches over the summer. Their most recent outing took place at Survivor Series when the OG Bloodline reunited and added CM Punk to their team to face Solo Sikoa and his Bloodline in a War Games match. The OTC pinned his former enforcer that night, which set the stage for their upcoming match on the premiere episode of Raw on Netflix on January 6, 2025. This past week on SmackDown, Solo Sikoa and Koimyo laid waste to Braun Strowman and Sami Zayn to send a stern warning to Roman Reigns ahead of their highly anticipated matchup. The Street Champion hit Zayn with multiple Samoan spikes and uttered loudly, "Roman, I'm coming for you." Speaking on the Busted Open podcast, WWE Hall of Famer Bully Ray said he's certain The Rock will make his return on the premiere episode of Raw on Netflix on January 6, 2025. He said the final boss will get himself involved during the tribal combat match. The Rock back on Netflix? Just 1000%. I think you'll see The Rock involved in some way, shape, or form on that first Raw on Netflix. I think they're loaded up for that first show. I think there's gonna be more going on in that first show than people realize. And you're gonna have Solo versus Roman Reigns. I think you need to see The Rock on that first Netflix, he said. Reigns and The Rock teamed up on night 1 of WrestleMania 40, where they defeated Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Fast forward to Bad Blood, the final boss confronted the American Nightmare and the original tribal chief to tease a blockbuster program. Is The Rock still on his cousin's side, or is he the mastermind behind the formation of Bloodline 2.0? Fans must tune into Raw on Netflix premiere to find out.